You're looking like a snack. What's up, you guys? It has been a minute since I've uploaded. If you guys are new, my name is Ariana and welcome to my YouTube channel. Disclaimer, this video is long, so before you guys get kind of irritated with me jumping all over the place from topic to topic, I will be putting timestamps down below in the description box. So if you are somebody who came here for a specific part of the video, you guys can go to the description box so you guys can see where you need to click at. But yeah, hi. I'm really not gonna ramble because this video is already long enough as it is. So just the overview of what we're going to be covering. We're going to be doing my fall foundation routine kind of, as well as my everyday fall makeup look. So I just did like the whole thing in one. I'm also going to be teaching you guys on how to get these body wave curls. They're actually really easy, and I will be announcing something huge towards the end of the video. So if you guys are interested in all three of those things, then just keep watching. I don't know where I'm going to insert this clip at in the video, but if you have made it to this part of the video and you have not subscribed as of yet, like, come on, you already know you want to. Look, you already been here this long, so you might as well just go ahead and click the subscribe button so you guys can come back for more and stay updated. I really want to start including my makeup as well as my hair tutorials into one video because I believe that it's just more concise and it kind of gets the point across a lot better instead of doing like separate hair video and separate makeup video, because whenever I start doing these colorful wigs, like the makeup looks literally go hand in hand. So let me know if you guys like this method of me uploading now instead of doing things like separately. I don't know, because I know some people don't like really long videos, but then I personally love them, as well as other people who like hair and makeup and putting them together. So just let me know your guys' opinions down below. Y'all, I finally got my monitor to work. Now I can see myself when I film. Bro, if you are a YouTuber, have you guys ever like filmed a video and then half of it was not in focus because you couldn't even see because like the camera that you use is not like a flip screen or you don't have a monitor? Bro, it's been a struggle. That's all I gotta say. I applied my lace probably 3 days ago and I used the Esha glue. I kind of have mixed feelings about the glue, and this is one of the reasons as to why I don't necessarily care for it like that. It works great, and if I want to have like a few days of hold on my lace, then I would recommend that glue, but it's just like kind of difficult to deal with. So if you're kind of a beginner when it comes to applying laces, like it's gonna be very annoying, and like sometimes residue will show up after a couple days, and I work out a lot, so it's like I constantly am having to like touch up my lace because like the glue for some reason will kind of like, I don't know, like it kind of makes like glue balls, or like it gets stringy underneath, and it's like, we do not want that. So I'm just taking my Neutrogena makeup wipe and I'm just trying to like kind of wipe off any of the white residue. This is my first time using a makeup wipe, but I honestly just wanted to see if it works, because I know you can lift the Esha glue up with mousses that have alcohol in it, but I'm not trying to lift my lace. I'm just trying to get this glue off of it. So I'm just gonna be scrub-a-dub-dubbing for a little minute. So if you're trying to clean your lace but you don't want to lift it up, you guys can use a mousse that is alcohol free. I got this one at Walmart. It was like $3 or $4 and it actually works pretty well. That's what I laid the rest of my edges with. So I might end up putting a little bit of mousse like right up in here to get off the extra glue, because I cannot have a middle part and the only part of my lace being messed up is the middle. So now what you want to do, once it's already cleaned off and stuff, you just want to reapply whatever foundation shade you are onto your lace. That way it's even more like undetectable. So I'm going to take my Maybelline concealer and I'm in the shade 30 or Honey, and I'm just going to put that like mostly right here, but like really anywhere else on the lace that needs to match my skin tone better. You don't want to put it directly on the lace though. What I do is I put it on the back of my hand, and then I will take kind of like a small packer brush in a way, and I will just kind of like dab it off on my hand, and then I will put it on my lace. Bro, I'm gonna cut this. This is bothering my soul. The lace I am wearing is a 13x4 light brown lace frontal. The texture is loose wave, as well as the bundles in the back, they are loose wave. These bundles and this frontal are a part of my upcoming hairline and website. I've been in the process of building my website now probably since about February, so I'd say about 6 months, 7 months, somewhere in there. And it's been a journey. I'm gonna talk while I work. So what I'm doing right now is I'm sectioning off some baby hairs, as you guys can see, and I'm just going to basically kind of slick that over the little piece in the front that you guys can still see. I know a lot of people don't like baby hairs. I personally love them. And also it kind of helps you whenever you're trying to hide your lace in a way, especially if it's like, sometimes you'll get laces that are like thick, and then other times you'll just get laces that don't really go with your skin tone, especially if you're getting like a light brown lace, because light brown lace is kind of like a set color, I guess, when you buy it. And with that being said, it's very hard for you to tint it to the color that you need since it's already like pre-colored. It doesn't really take well to tint or dye that well. Once I have my baby hairs out of the way, I am going to take my Got To Be Glued hairspray. I really like this over the Esha glue only because like it doesn't give you like those little balls of glue that's just not cute. So I'm just gonna spray that. You can spray it on top of the frontal or you can spray it underneath and then like let it sit. That's what I'm gonna do only because I don't like the shininess that this gives. So now I have that little piece glued back down and I'm just gonna take my makeup wipe and clean off the extra hairspray. That way my baby hairs will move. Contact is getting dry. Okay, so now you wanna take your mousse and you want to put it on your baby hairs. That way you can basically lay them down. The thing I've noticed about laying my edges with mousse instead of hairspray is that it's not hard like it usually is with the hairspray, which I really like. But I will caution you, if you put the mousse on and you comb your baby hairs down too hard, or you're not quick enough, or you know, there's a whole bunch of things that could go wrong with using mousse, because mousse usually will lift up your adhesive, whichever type you're using. So that's just a caution. I've been doing my hair, I should say. I'm not professional. I've been doing my hair for a long time. I'm about to be 23 in a few days, and I've been doing my hair since I was like 14, so almost 9 years. But as far as laying frontals, it's probably only been like 2 or 3 maybe. Yes ma'am. I really love this mousse. I've tried the Nairobi mousse before, and that one literally just like lifted my frontal like off. So it didn't matter if I was using Got To Be, Esha, literally like my whole frontal like flew off when I used that mousse. So not that I don't recommend it, because it is a really good mousse. It does give you a good hold and it's soft. It gives you a very soft hold, which I really like, but it makes your frontal come up, so I don't like that. But this mousse, haha, does not. So now what I'm doing is I'm just like going back over any spaces where I have like white residue, and I'm just gonna basically put mousse on it because it makes the residue go away. And if you wanna like relay your edges or anything like that. The sides of my frontal came up, but it was also like hurting my edges. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I wear frontals, like my edges like from here down are like really sensitive. So usually after about probably like 3 days or so, if the flaps start coming up, I really don't care, and I'll just wear my hair in the middle part. For the purposes of today's video, I will be doing a middle part. So what I'm doing right now is I just want to like redefine my part a little bit because I feel as though it kind of got lost in the sauce from previous days. And I'm just gonna put mousse on it. That way it will kind of like mold your hair in place. Y'all, I've been doing some research. This is usually what I see a lot of like hairstylists do, and all this really does is like mold your hair in the direction that you want it to lay. So like if you're wearing a middle part, you would actually want to do this because it actually does help. Like it makes a huge difference. Okay, so now you want to take a scarf of your choosing and you just want to tie your edges up. I've been watching a lot of different videos on a lot of different hairstylist methods and things like that. Some people use black strips, some people use black strips and then like an elastic band on top of it to like really hold it to your face. That's nice and all, but I don't have none of that stuff right now, so I'm gonna just go back to what I normally do, which is my scarf. And I just want to pull it kind of tight, but not to the point where it gives you a headache. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the makeup portion. A lot of this is going to be just me like talking. I will be showing you guys the products as well as having everything down in the description box. All right, so step 1 of makeup, moisturize. My moisturizer is low-key gone, so I need to get another one. To moisturize, I just use the Pond's Dry Skin Cream. It's just a face moisturizer. I got this at Walmart. I would show y'all the container, but it low-key looks a little busted, so it's not gonna be pretty and all that, but you're welcome. Step 2 is I'm going to use my Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It's pretty much like a primer. This is really the only primer that has ever worked for me. I haven't really tried a lot of other ones, but I know myself, and what I like to do is once I find something that I like, that's what I stick to. I normally like to focus my primer in like my problem areas. So for me, I normally get very oily in like my T-zone as well as around my nose. I normally will get like smile lines, and I really don't like that because I've been trying to figure out what will work for me for like the past probably 2 years or so of actually really trying to dive into makeup. I still get smile lines, but it's gotten a lot better. So I decided to go to Ulta yesterday, and I got like a bunch of new products because my tan kind of went away, so my foundation was not matching. I decided to pick up this Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation, and my shade is 312 or Golden Doré. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've never really posted a lot of makeup tutorials on my channel, and that's only because I low-key be like failing multiple times on camera, and then whenever I like beat my face off camera, it usually turns out great, so that's kind of annoying. But I'm kind of confident with doing it now, so I decided that I want to start doing like hair and makeup videos in the same thing. So this is a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and it's for foundation, so I just got it the other day. I really just focused that powder in the areas that give me problems the most as far as becoming oily, so it's really like the center of my face. So the next thing that I do is I will go in with my liquid foundation. Since I got a little bit lighter, I started to mix my foundations because for some reason I can never find like an exact shade. It's always either too like warm or not really great, but it's just like it doesn't give me the effect that I want, because it's like I want to be warm but not as warm as I am in the summer. So I decided that I'm just gonna mix my summer shade with a little bit of, this isn't even my winter shade, to be honest. This is actually like a little bit too neutral for my skin, but whenever I mix them, I usually get like the perfect color. And I also don't wear a lot of makeup on my face in general, so I don't know, it just works for me. So I'll normally mix 1 pump of the NYX foundation, and then I will mix, rude. So I'll normally mix 1 pump of the NYX foundation, and then I will mix half a pump of the Maybelline foundation, because it normally just like gives me like the perfect color. And to me, this is like the perfect match, because it's like whenever I used to do foundation, it's like, for me, the rule of thumb is like you don't want to be able to see it on your skin. That's how you kind of get like a very light and natural type of finish, instead of you just like caking it on. But also, as far as the color, like you don't want to be able to see like the color difference in the foundation on your face. Now it's different if your face is lighter than your chest, and that's what I tried to match it to, instead of matching it to like the color of my face, because my face and my chest is 2 different colors. I don't know, I just say rule of thumb, less is more when it comes to makeup. I don't know, that's just what helps me. Next is my concealers, and for today I will be using Maybelline Fit Me in the shades 30 and maybe a little bit of the 25, which is medium. So the shades, bruh. While I wait on the concealer to dry down, I will go in with my contour. Some days I contour, some days I don't. I don't know if it's pointless, but usually I like to blend my contour out to the point where you almost can't see it. I just like a very, very subtle contour. I've seen other people put the contour like up here, but seeing as how we still melting the lace, I'm not doing that. I normally just like to bronze my skin. If I do want to have like the sun-kissed glow, I will just go in and add like a powder that is a little bit darker than me, instead of using like cream contour. I don't too much mess with that department. So now I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to go in and blend out my concealer. We're looking scrumptious. So what I'm gonna do now is go back in with my sponge, and I'm going to go right under my eyes again as far as blending, and then I'm going to make sure that I don't look down anymore while I set my concealer, because if you look down, you're gonna cause creasing. And for me, that was probably the hardest part for me to learn about base makeup. I don't know, my under eyes always crease. That's why I really like to use not a lot of concealer, because if I use a lot, I always crease. Like, it doesn't matter what formula, how much setting powder I put onto it. If I put too much concealer under my eyes, it's gonna crease. So there's 2 options when it comes to setting my under eyes. Now, if I'm going for like a really, really highlighted, glowy, like in your face highlight type look, I will use the Makeup Revolution banana powder. But I tried this one yesterday and my base was like flawless. So I don't know, I really like both of them. Just a tip, whenever I used to set my under eye concealer, I used to try to set it with a sponge, and I would always, for some reason, I would always have like too much product as far as powder on my sponge, and it would cause my under eye to be like spotty or flaky, and it would also cause it to be really, really dry. So now I set my under eye with a brush. I know makeup, to each his own, but for me, a brush seems to work better. So if you guys are struggling with the same problem as far as having creasing or dry under eyes, I would recommend trying a brush, because for me, I just kind of have more control over how much powder I'm applying to my face. Bro, the banana powder be so messy. Like, every time I do my makeup, my outfit is like destroyed just because of this product. We're looking nice. Now I'm just taking this random brush that I have by Eco Tools and I'm just gonna dust off all of the excess powder. So now I'm gonna go back in with this Maybelline Superstay foundation just to kind of set like the rest of my face, but I will use another product to warm my skin back up. Now to add some color back into my face, I am gonna go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Tan. Since it is fall, my skin is a little bit lighter, so I normally can get away with using this in the summertime after I've been outside, but right now if I use this, it's gonna be too dark, so I'm just gonna use this like just a little bit. So my face is pretty much done, and now I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and I'm going to set my face. I'm gonna just dry my face with the blow dryer, seeing as how it's already here. To save time, I'm gonna be doing my brows off camera, and once they're done, I'm gonna come back. Bro, that took way longer than it should have. Oh my god. So now on to the eyes. For the eyes, I already went ahead and put my concealer on my lids just as a base. I don't really use like eyeshadow primer, especially on days when I'm just chilling like today. For me, the rule of thumb is on my chill days, I don't really wear like eyeshadow from a palette. I will actually use like my face powders or my bronzer or something like that just to give my eye a little bit of dimension as well as a little bit of color, but nothing too serious. The two brushes that I will be going back and forth with is the Morphe M514 brush as well as the M441 brush. These are really just eyeshadow blending brushes, nothing special. You don't have to go out and buy these. These are just what I have. So I'm going to start by using the M441 brush, and I'm going to use my bronzer shade and I'm going to put that in my crease. Oh, I can finally zoom in for y'all. This is gonna be the very first time that I can ever like zoom in on the eye like the big beauty gurus and stuff, because your girl didn't know how to use her camera for the longest time. All right, y'all gonna see everything. So hopefully it stays in focus. If not, I'm sorry. What I like to do first is I like to go in and I like to just pack the color on. And then once the color is as opaque as I want it to be, that's when I'll go ahead and blend. Now I'm gonna switch to using my smaller brush, and I'm also going to switch my powders. I'm going to be using the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. And I'm just going to place that for the transition color. That way it's not such a harsh line. Yes, ma'am. The blend. Oh my god. Holly. Girl, you look good. I love this. Oh my gosh, y'all. I have been missing making content so much. Alright, so now for this little piece of my lid, it's still clear, and I usually go back and forth depending on my mood. Today, I kind of want to be a little bit more brown and like a little bit more, I guess, sultry or smoky. So I'm sorry, y'all, my memory card got full. I didn't see it, but y'all didn't really miss much. The only thing that I did was I put my bronzer shade on my lid. That's literally it. And I was also saying that I want to add like a little bit more brown on my eyelids. I know on camera it looks like a little bit more warm than it actually truly is. I'm going to go into my Morphe 35M palette. This is like the old packaging because I haven't bought no new palettes because I really didn't even use all these old ones. So I think I'm gonna go with this shade right here. This is so hard to do backwards. And I'm really just gonna like pack multiple different browns onto my actual lid. Girl, Elf, you are doing it with this little mirror. Bro, that didn't even do nothing on camera. Oh well, I like it. To set underneath my eyebrow, I'm just gonna go back in with that Maybelline foundation that I've been using for the entire video. Bro, this is why I hate doing makeup on camera, because I be like so paranoid about it like not looking flawless or whatever. This is why I just stick to photos, because photos don't snitch on you like videos do. Y'all, before I put these lashes on, I know they are a lot. Just hear me out. So my makeup is regular every day. The only thing that's gonna make it like a step ahead is going to be the lashes. And even when I put these on yesterday, because I filmed a video yesterday and that video was trash, so I had to delete that one. The lashes are a lot. I know they're a lot. They're a lot for me, but it goes with the overall look. So yeah. So I already did my eyeliner off camera just because it's very hard to do eyeliner on camera and actually get it right. And I even messed up a little bit, so I'm glad I didn't really film it like that and talking. So I'm just gonna go back in with this bronzer and I'm gonna go like underneath my eye just to kind of bring the whole look together, because I'm waiting on my lashes to dry, so I'm just adding like finishing touches. The brush I'm using is a Morphe E36 brush. These lashes look crazy, bruh. For the mascara, I'm going to be using Maybelline Colossal Big Shot, and this is like one of my favorite drugstore mascaras because it gets the job done. Oh yeah, a tip that honestly helped me the most is that I started putting my mascara on after I put my lashes on, because for some reason before it would always seem as though my real lashes would always get in the way, and then it would cause for me to have like black dots and stuff on my eyelid, and I didn't like that. So I just thought that this was a really nice change, and it actually helped me with my application. All right, so my face is done. I'm not really in the mood to do like highlighter and blush, and I never really did all that stuff to begin with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the lips. I think I got this brown pencil liner at Walmart. It looks like it's Wet n Wild. It's mostly faded, so I can't really show you guys. The first lip gloss that I'm going to be using today is NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. I really like this lip gloss because not only the smell, but like the formula of it is like, it feels really, really good. Also, I like the, I don't know, I guess like the shade of nude that it is, because it's like pinky nude, not too pink, not too nude. It's like perfect. I brought the aperture down on my photo just a little bit because it was looking like it was kind of bright. Girl, I don't know. I'm still new to all of this. The second gloss that I'm going to be going in with today is my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is the original formula. No words. That's all I gotta say, no words. Y'all already know what's up. My makeup's pretty much done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set the final look, and then we can move on to the hair. About blew my dang lashes off. Time for the favorite part. Bruh, this is so flat. So I'm going to be taking this Proclaim glossing polish, and this honestly is just to kind of loosen up the mousse. I'm not taking a lot at all because it's honestly time to wash this unit, and the more grease you put on it, you're gonna have a greasy press, and that's not cute, so a little goes a long way. But yeah, so now we're finally to the portion of the video that I have been the most excited to share with you guys for the past 6 months or so. I know I haven't talked about this hair at all, but the hair that I am wearing is a wig from my up and coming hair collection. I've been behind the scenes and gone for probably close to 4 months now as far as uploading, but I've been working on this website for anywhere between 6 to 8 months as far as brainstorming, planning, everything, and it was a long journey. It was mentally draining, I will tell you guys that. So yeah, that's the reason why I've been taking a break from uploading content, because it was just very demanding as far as building my website, because I didn't have a team. I didn't pay any graphic designers or anything like that, because honestly, like, girl, I need to blend that. Hold on, we gonna blend because I can't. Bro, there was one time, it was a long time ago, I like did my hair was laid, and I forgot to blend out the little line from tying my edges down, and oh my god. I think I ended up uploading the video anyway, and I really couldn't even tell you what video it is. It was so long ago. Okay, so back to my journey. So yeah, I've been gone for a while because I've been working on getting my website together. It's pretty close to being done now. I'm just adding like a couple of finishing touches like to the home page and things like that. It was tough. But yeah, I am very excited to bring to you guys ArianaLYF.com. That is the name of the website as well as the brand. I just wanted to self-title the brand because it's me. Like, y'all know me from day one. I've been the same person. I haven't really changed as far as branding per se up until now. The reason why I wanted to launch a hair company in the first place is because I kind of felt myself being put into a box, and like nobody has commented or anything like that, but I just kind of felt as though like I was only getting recognition for being able to do natural hair. And it's like, I love natural hair, don't get me wrong, but I also love braids, I love wigs, I just like hair in general. I've been doing hair since I was about 14, and I'm about to be 23 in a couple of days. I don't know, I just didn't want to be put into a box, and I could like feel like for the last 2 years of my life as far as like creating videos and things like that, I just wanted to do more than what I was doing. So I think it was very necessary for me to go away for a few months and, you know, get my thoughts together, get my life together, as well as work on my brand, because now I want to move into a series where I just cover wigs as well as dyeing hair, bleaching hair, and things like that. I just like cosmetology as a whole. So I kind of felt as though I wasn't being fair to myself with not being true and staying true to what I actually wanted to do with my life, which at this point is wigs and wigs and wigs and wigs and wigs. That's literally all I want to do. Oh yeah, I'm just taking the makeup wipe to get the makeup off of my wig because it's a lot. I'm just gonna do some big curls today. I'm not really gonna go in depth as far as like a tutorial. Just know, like, curl away from your face. That's really all I'm going to really touch on, because this is really easy. But yeah, so my website, I anticipate launching probably within the next, Girl, I couldn't tell you. I want to launch on October 8th, but as of right now, I don't want to rush my brand, and that's the biggest thing. Like, that's probably why it took so long. Yeah, so I anticipate launching very, very soon, probably, definitely before November 1st hits. Like I said, I'm just doing like a couple of final touches to my website, but I just want to kind of like introduce you guys to more of who I am instead of just constantly feeling like I'm put into a box of natural hair. The other reason why I wanted to start my brand was because I noticed that like the more my platform grows, which I'm still pretty small to be honest, but the more that my platform grows, I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of emails and like, you know, sponsorship offers and stuff from already established companies, and they're basically wanting me to showcase to you guys, you know, their products or whatever they offer. But in my opinion, depending on what your specific niche is, like, you built your audience on your own, so in my opinion, you should be able to cater to your audience the same way that a random brand would, because that's why I've always been very, very, very picky about the brand deals that I take. And you know, sometimes they don't want to pay you what you're worth and things like that. And sometimes, like, this has never happened to me, and I've never advertised hair to somebody that wasn't good. But I've seen like a couple of things online where it says like brands give like social media influencers like popping products, whether it's hair, makeup, whatever, and then whenever one of their subscribers or supporters will order from that same company, the product is trash. And it's like, you know, I don't want to do that to you guys. I never want to be the person to mislead anybody as far as wasting their coins, because I know what that feels like to be advertised to and to have my coins wasted. Sometimes for a lot of people, coins are hard to come by, so I'm not trying to do that to y'all. Like, I want to ensure that you guys will get quality products, so I figure if I'm hands-on with the brand, that's what you guys will receive. But yeah, so I just figured since I'm moving into like a coloring series and a wig series and things like that, I might as well just take y'all along for the ride, and I might as well, you know, be as hands-on as I can as far as showcasing what hair I'm wearing, where it's from, and then you guys will know that it's coming from a trusted source because I'm going to personally check all of the hair myself. Like I said, I'm still a small influencer and I'm still a relatively small business. Now, I do understand that things are going to grow. Don't clock my wig, just saying. I'm not laying this over here, okay? But yeah, I understand that I'm still very small, but at the end of the day, I can ensure you guys quality because I know for a fact that I will be hand checking everything myself. I don't have a team as of yet, but once it gets to that point, it'll be like me and a couple of people. Now, if it gets huge, then I'm gonna have to get a team, of course. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be exciting and it's gonna be fun because I've always been fascinated with business in general. At first, I was going to launch a fitness website, but I didn't have the team around me as far as people that I needed to make the production what I want it to be up here. And I honestly feel like that is the hardest part when it comes to developing a brand, is getting your vision in your head to actually come to life. And I just knew that I would be more than capable to do my hair website all by myself because I take my own videos, take my own photos, so I can pretty much, like, you know, advertise all that stuff myself. I don't necessarily have to hire a team of people to like advertise for me and, you know, things like that. Like, I just say, like, rule of thumb, just try to keep it as simple as you can. As far as the website goes, I wanted to make sure that I could be as inclusive as possible within reason. Inclusive meaning like everybody doesn't have $800 to spend on hair. I realize that. And most people don't spend $800, but if you're getting raw bundles that's like 30 inches and it's actual like good hair that's gonna last you 4 years or so, 3 or 4 years depending on maintenance, you're gonna spend a pretty penny on that hair. And even for me, like I said, I'm not rich, I'm none of that. So I understand what it's like to want to have pretty hair, good looking hair, and not be broke. So I wanted to include a lot of different collections for basically people of all different incomes. So I wanted to be fair to everyone. On my website, I include an affordable collection, which is basically like the cheapest that I offer. Cheap doesn't necessarily mean bad because the hair from that collection can last you 6 months to a year. The unit that I'm wearing features 2 collections from my website. The frontal is from the premium collection and the bundles are from the affordable collection. The reason why I mixed my collections is because for my affordable collection, I do not feature lace frontals or closures. Reason being, I couldn't really find decent quality lace for a cheap price, and I'm not about to sell y'all trash. I'm gonna be honest, like, we're not doing that. So I decided to include it in my premium collection because it is 1 grade above, but it's still not like hella expensive. Everything on my website is virgin hair, so it's not like human hair, mixed fiber, none of that. Like, it's literally like hair off somebody's head. With that being said, hair is honestly an investment. If you want your bundles to last and if you want to be able to reuse them, you guys have to invest in it. But at the same time, you do not have to spend upwards of, you know, $800, whatever. You don't have to spend all of that to get good hair. Now, there are those options out there, and the hair is bomb, trust me. But just to get like a head full of hair or to get a wig or something, you don't have to spend all that money. The texture of this wig is loose wave, even though y'all see me curling it. It really does, like, it takes well to curls. It holds the curls, which I think is a plus because I personally don't necessarily care to order just straight hair all the time. Like, sometimes I like to be able to wear my hair curled or straight, as well as being able to wear like in its natural wave state. So sometimes with the curlier textures, it's oftentimes hard to get like a bone straight look if that's what you're going for. So I think loose wave and body wave is a really good alternative if you don't want to get straight. In the future, I will be featuring more of my hair collections on my YouTube channel. It's just right now I really wanted to focus on introducing my brand and getting it out of the way. I will be updating you guys whenever a launch date happens, so you guys can easily follow me on Instagram, or I'll post it on a story on YouTube, so that way you guys will get the notification. So total on my website, I have 6 different collections, one of them being a wig collection. I do have 5 different grades, I guess you could say. 4 of them are like natural black, so I have affordable, premium, mink, and then I have raw, which is like top quality hair. But you guys don't have to buy raw because raw is low-key hella expensive. That is available to you if you want that. The 5th collection that I feature is a platinum collection, so that is like the 613 hair. So if you guys like the colorful wigs, or just you want to wear blonde hair in general and you don't feel like bleaching your bundles or damaging your bundles, then I offer that as well. The last collection that I feature is the wig collection, and that features full lace wigs as well as lace front wigs. Where I'm headed right now, I don't necessarily know if I will be taking custom orders either, as far as wigs that, like, you know, if you want me to make you a wig or something. I don't know if I am willing to do that as of right now, because it was just stressful enough as it is to get the website up, and with me filling my own orders and things like that, I don't want to get too backed up. We'll see though. Like I said, I will constantly be updating you guys whenever things change, or if you guys are interested in that, you guys can always email me or DM me and things like that, and I usually do respond. So I guess overall, the main reason why I wanted to start my website was because, one, I have always loved hair, no matter what the hairstyle is. I kind of felt as if my creativity was becoming lost in a way, and I needed something new to kind of help me look forward to something, because I used to film, I wasn't as satisfied as I knew that I could be, because deep down I knew what I wanted to be doing, and it was simply this. And you know, at one point in time I was working with a couple of companies, and it was literally just like natural hair that I had to do, and I kind of wanted to get away from that. Also, whenever you're like in contract with certain brands and stuff, sometimes, well, if you sign a contract, you have to fulfill whatever you signed yourself up to do, and it's like I never really wanted to put myself in a situation to where I had to upload like a specific video I wasn't excited about doing anymore. So for a while, like, I wasn't taking any brand deals, I wasn't doing any sponsorships, anything like that, because it wasn't what I genuinely wanted to be doing. I kind of just had to be selfish and be like, look, forget it. I understand that there is money involved, but I don't want to, that's not where my heart is at. And at the end of the day, the main reason why I started this YouTube channel was for me to have fun and express myself through different hairstyles and stuff like that. It was never for money, it was never for any of that. So if I'm ever limited on the content that I can create, then it's time for me to exit. I always wholeheartedly have believed in like my intuition. So it's like, if it's time for me to leave somewhere, or it's time for me to like stop doing a specific thing, then it's literally just time for me to go. And that's probably some of the best advice that I can give everybody, no matter what age you are. Once you feel as though you have outgrown something, it's time for you to step outside of that box and do something new, because if not, you will be miserable. So something else that I'm interested in doing is kind of giving you guys like behind the scenes on how I started my company and what all I had to go through to get it up and running, and how to find vendors and how to create your own packaging, and like, you know, all of those things. Because I genuinely, like, whenever I was like searching on YouTube for videos like that, there are some, but for somebody who literally doesn't know where to start, like, there's not like a full playbook as far as what to do. And for me, that was one of the hardest things for me to figure out. It's like, how do I get an LLC? How do I get a reseller certificate? How do I get like all of these business type paperwork things if I haven't gone to school for it, if I don't know what I'm doing, you know, like all of those things. Like, that was like the hardest part, as well as finding your vendor. Like, I don't know, I feel like I just want to do like a whole separate series on that. So if you guys are interested in that, please leave comments down below, because if y'all are not interested in it, then I won't really, you know, waste my time time making those videos, but if I can help somebody, I'm all about helping you. So if you guys are interested in that, please leave comments down below letting me know exactly what you guys want to see. Alrighty, sis, we are done. If you stuck through to the end of the video and you still haven't subscribed, sis, I'm gonna need for you to hop on this train for real, because obviously it's something you like, so you might as well just go ahead and subscribe and click that like button so you guys can see more of me. So I want to do an overview of everything that we discussed. We did the makeup tutorial, so I kind of gave you guys like my everyday fall foundation routine, my eyeshadow, I did all of that. I showed you guys how to get body wave curls, kind of sort of. I may do like an in-depth video in the future on that. And then we also discussed what the big announcement was, which is me starting my hair company. The website name is arianalyf.com. The link will be on my Instagram, and I will have like my own separate Instagram for that, but again, all of those things are to come in the future. But I just wanted to kind of announce that, as well as reintroduce myself back to making content, because it's been a little minute. But yeah, so I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys sticking through to the end of this video. Thank you guys for all of the endless support and continuous support, and I will see you guys in my next video.